we've sloped off into Peak District to Winnats Pass. I've been watching Andy Beavers earlier on today and he says that it's a photographer's paradise down here. So I'm going to get stuff out of boot of the car. We're going to go have a wild camp and go have a look for ourselves. So here we are at Winnats Pass. For landscape photography and a little bit of time lapse, it's a superb spot. It's an hour away, so it's only just at Peak District. I'm basically up in Leeds. So there's a little bit of test. I've got a KNF Concept tripod, which is fairly cheap, second hand, like retails at 130. I got it for 50 quid. Simple fix, not a manufacturing issue. Just a case of looking after your gear. And then I'm testing out this Rode wireless. I don't know, should be just stepping into frame now. So I think this is going to be a superb little camp. I haven't been camping much on my own, so I'm only 20 minutes from the car, so if aught goes wrong, I've got a head torch and a torch, pack up and just walk through the field back to the car. So I'm really looking forward to it. Get some long exposures, done some time lapses. I'll get drone up. I think I found my pitch. So my pitch will just be behind where the camera is. I'm just away from the road enough. I won't be spotted. But close enough where I can be 2 minutes from tent. Getting some of these time lapses in. Yeah, it's fantastic. Weather's ideal, like this. You want it changeable. You want cloud coming in and out, sun popping in and out, that's what you want. Right, this is just a microphone test, so we'll see what we get from microphone. I'll just go for a wander apart then. So 70 metres line of sight, which is, it's superb really. If I can get away with that, 70 metres, I've got to be careful on here because I'm basically looking at instant death. My wife needs help with mortgage, so I can't be falling from here. Loss will be trouble. With no money for funeral, I'll be buried in a cardboard box or dropped in canal. I've got 8 pants on here. My heart rate's at 120. It's old age creeping up on me. I don't go any further really. What's that? It might be 40 metres where I am from mic. So from mic to receiver, I'm looking about 40 metres. Which if that plays out, that'll be brilliant. It's got a little bit of a dead cat on it, so hopefully I'm cutting this noise out. And here we have a brew with a view. That Mapuit pitch, it's pretty flat. So it's as flat as we're going to get it up here. Mountain access 2. We're going to get a setup. set up and that. So first thing is sleeping bag out. If you don't know, it's on last video. I'll go through all my kit. I'll put a link up. One of them two. I don't know which one it is. First job is whipping a down sleeping bag. It's Pipe Dream 600, so just let it breathe a bit. Let some air to it. And then in a minute, I need light because I've got flex tail, so that's a light and a pump. So we can't have them both. This is airbed. Get airbed rolled out in a minute. I always get dead nervous now, like when I've set up and that and it's dark. But in all fairness, I can't see anybody being out here at all. So to calm nerves, with chest warm, I've got a little Stanley flask that go outdoors, no more than 20 quid. So I drank that Jim Beam Black Cherry. That's 13 quid on offer, or it's 18 quid if it's full price. But it calms nerves a little bit, only a bit. That sun's gone in and it's dropped. The temperature's unreal. So now I'm just gonna get dressed for night gear, like. So I've got thermal bottoms. They're Craig Hopper, and I've got them trespass jammers. 34 quid on website, but they're 24 quid in store. They come with a pack, so I've got two of them. Not 20 now, they're 20 quid. So I'm out here doing some wild camping, and you just look back on where it starts, and you see these YouTubers, and they don't give people credit for who got them into it. I mean, for me, for instance, I stumbled along Azo's video. It's like a 3 or 4 part coast to coast, and I started watching him, and it's just, I enjoyed his madness, his carefree attitude, and I pretty much watched everything he did, and I loved him going out and just enjoying what he was doing. And then I started to get into this wild camping idea, and I looked at other people as well. Something or nothing. I love his attitude, how he comes across, and it's just him. And he really enjoys what he's doing. And I think he makes videos just for himself, and I like that. There's Scottish Mountains. I think he's brilliant. And then his mate, Renegade Scott. And this is where I bought this tent from. This is how I got access to, because I watched Renegade Scott. And I was looking for tents and umming and ahhing, and I could have spent beyond daft money. So he made point with this orange tent that it's there for photography. It looks fantastic, just for colour. It's 4 seasons. It's extremely warm, and it's 2-man, 2 vestibule. So it's everything I ever wanted. But when I saw his video and he pointed it out, and he was like, "This is what I'm buying, and this is what I want, and this is why I want to buy it." And for me, I was sold then, and it just became that one mission, just to find that tent. And for some reason, you can't find an orange one for love nor money in England. So I had to deal with a French company, and it seemed cheap as chips, but I had to pay for customs and imports. And then I had a dodgy drive to Rotherham, which, like I've said before, nobody wants to be in Rotherham. And then I had to pay for charge. I knew charges were coming anyway to pay VAT. You've got to pay tax, man. He wants a bit, doesn't he? He's not going to let you buy something for note, is he? So, all that to deal with. But it's just that. It's just a rant, really. It's just basically where I am today and who brought me to where we are. So, appreciation to all them people that got me to where I am, to pushing these boundaries, to be out in tent. In all fairness, I do find it daunting to be in tent. It's mad. You hear every little sound, up other day at against Salt Cellar, which is it's not Bamford. You go up alone, you go up Derwent Edge, and sunsets and grouse make the most mental noise. It's like they're laughing at each other, but it's just everything goes quiet. Sun just sets, they just start laughing at each other, or cackling, or gossiping. It's absolutely bizarre, and it's just getting used to stuff. Every 15 minutes, I think there's somebody outside a tent, and they're just in. There's just nobody up here. What I'm going to do now is I'm going to bob this light on. I'm going to light tent up, and then the rounds belt's behind me. So I'm going to put my trusted 24mm on. I'm going to do a little bit of a time lapse. See how that comes out. I'm not happy with this wind. I'll bring you back shortly. And the tipple of choice today and every day is Jim Beam Black Cherry. If you've not tried this, it's superb. It's not quite a liqueur, it's not quite a bourbon, it's not quite a whiskey. It's sort of a cocktail. So it's basically a cherry bourbon, if I'm being fair with you, like. But if you can get in Asda and you can get it on offer for like 13 quid. So you can have 2 wets for 13 quid, which is alright, because I mean, 4 cans of Foster's going to cost you at 5. Do that twice, you're up to a tenner. So another 3 quid. You've had 2 wets of something a little bit special. It's not magic, it's a little bit special. Yeah, wife drink it. We sit in house and get hammered watching Love Island. It's just between me and you that I don't tell lads at work I'm a Love Island fan. What we're going to do now is lunch, because I haven't eaten since I left the car. I left the car at 3 o'clock and we're at... It's 10 to 9. And what we've got is fire pot, spicy pork noodles. I'm going to get this fired up because I'm absolutely starving. Right. With a fire pot, you read the instructions. Level 4, so you pinch at level 4. Which... Morning. Well, I haven't slept at all. Well, I might have had 3 hours sleep. There's been a bit of wind and a bit of drizzle, but no, that should keep me up. There's some boy racers going up and down pass underneath, like racing up and down. But that was only about 15 minutes. So I just think it's just getting used to tent sounds and tent noises. So my plan is to set tent up at home and just have a few nights in garden and just get used to sounds. I'm going to put my Senna brew on now, because it's what we're on now, 6 o'clock, and the sun comes up in an hour and a half. I brought this for me, my breakfast, chili con carne. I'm not going to bother with it, to be fair. I don't know if I've got enough water, and then I'm just going to eat these snacks on the way down. Just top my sugar up. I'm 20 minutes from car, then I'm an hour from home. So I can just eat when I get in. I'm going to go outside with this coffee and have a look for the sun. See if she's coming up yet.